Good evening. Good evening. Hey, you're here. Welcome to First Presbyterian Church. My name is Victoria Shields. I am Director of Music and Organist here at First Presbyterian of New Canaan. And I am so glad you are here. Woo, First Pres New Canaan! So thank you for coming to this wonderful evening of music. First Presbyterian has been known for their music for a very, very long time, and the person who started this music ministry, Marilyn Ballantyne, was here for 40 years, and she would be thrilled to see all of you here today.
I'll walk up and out that
She
way.
worked to help set up this church. This church was started by a group of people in this town, and it has grown, and the music program has grown through the years, and I am very privileged be here and thankful to all of you for supporting this ministry. And what we do here is not just for the First Presbyterian community, it's for the New Canaan community and beyond. So when Andrew came to me and said, we're starting this new chamber series, we would love it if you would host us. And I said, of course. And he was highly recommended by our people, and of course we're going to say yes. And so glad you're here. Every Thursday night, the reason why we're here on Thursdays is because Thursdays at 6 p.m. during COVID, we started this back in April. We started this FPC Facebook Live series at 6 o'clock as a way for people to gather around the arts. It's been so hard, and I know all of you are socially distancing with each other right now, but at those early days, we couldn't do this. And so being online and having music every week was really important for us to be able to share that with the community beyond our walls. So I'm thankful in that way to have technology to let us have that opportunity to share what we do here at First Presbyterian with all of you. And of course, tonight feels like it's sort of culminating all these months of hard work. Next week, same time, same place, 6 o'clock online on our First Presbyterian Facebook page. I am the soloist next week. I have had other colleagues play the past couple weeks, but it's my turn next week, and I'm the organist here, so playing works by Mendelssohn, Bach, and Herbert Howells. So I hope you will tune in for that. And the following week, we're doing Monster Bash. Last year, we did Monster Bash here with colleagues, female organist friends. There aren't many female organists around, so anytime we can highlight other female organists, we try to. So they are going to be playing a range of fun, happy, scary organ music. And again, that is at 6 o'clock on Thursday. So if you can get in the habit of that, tune in. Also, thank you to Scott Hare, Pastor Scott Hare, who is our new pastor here at First Presbyterian Church, and we are so glad that he is with us today, and we've waited very patiently for a new installed pastor, and he will be installed in a couple weeks officially. So where is Scott? Do we see Scott out here? Scott Hare over there, and his wife, Kim. So I believe they took your temperature this evening. What a great way to meet your community by doing something so hospitable by taking your temperature and making sure you're all safe and well. So please do check out our website, fpcnc.org, for more information about our church, our history, and our programs. And we hope that you'll tune in online, and when we are back in worship, we will be back in worship in person on October 25th, obviously to a limited number of people, reservations only, but we are very glad that we have that opportunity to regather. So thank you again, and I believe Bob Doran has a few words for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. I think first, look around on this beautiful evening and see how many of us have come out here tonight, how many neighbors come out to enjoy this beautiful evening. First, I want to thank the First Presbyterian Church of New Canaan for hosting us, and special thanks to Victoria, and you know where you'll all be next Thursday night, hopefully listening to her as a soloist in part of this series. New Canaan, we all know, is such a wonderful destination with so much to offer, and we could not be luckier that Andrew Armstrong has decided to come home and bring with him chamber music for us to enjoy. We are live streaming tonight on Channel 79 and on YouTube, so people from far beyond our zip code can listen to us tonight. So I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you to the donors who've helped underwrite this evening. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that we were still accepting donations to cover this evening, but thank you for all being here. And without further ado, let's move on to why we're here this evening. Please welcome Andrew Armstrong, Tessa Lark, and Raman Ramakrishnan.
What an alien feeling to walk out in front of human beings and bow and play music. Wow. This is a special round of applause to Victoria Shields and the First Presbyterian Church and the New Canaan Chamber Music Advisory Committee. You see them listed on the program. We have to keep tonight's program quick so that kids can get home for their next school day. And so there are so many things that I want to say to you that I won't be able to say, but the program lists some names of some people that really love this town, and they just really love this town, and there are people that are not listed that are jumping on board, and we are ready to grow our family. So if chamber music means a lot to you, if New Canaan means a lot to you, please reach out to us, and let's build this together. There's so many things we want to achieve together. For tonight, we just wanted to achieve the feeling of being together again. And it's kind of unbelievable to just look out and see friendly faces. I'm reminded of when I was 19 years old, and I got to go play with the Shanghai Philharmonic, and I was practicing for that, and I was a little bit nervous, and then I came home from that, and I had a concert at the Congregational Church here in New Canaan, and I was about 10 times more nervous for that concert at the New Canaan Congregational Church. When you're playing for friends, you always want everyone to have a great time. You see here two of my favorite human beings in the world, and I hope that they will become two of your favorite human beings in the world, and that there will be many happy returns, that we'll get to spend afternoons and evenings with them and their great music making. Tessa Lark and Raman Ramakrishnan. They were the first folks that I called, and not only because they're two of my favorite people in the whole world, but they're also two of the people that are just enough off in the head that they would say yes to performing outside on October 15th. So jumping right into our program, we'll play for you Brahms's Piano Trio Opus 8, and this is the pot roast of the meal, if you will. This is our main course. This is a hefty 30-minute entree, and it's in 4 movements, and hopefully, I think there are some kids here, hopefully first-timers. If you see that a piece has movements, it's like chapters in a book. We'll even stop for a moment in between the movements, and it's like there's a different world in the next chapter, in the next movement. So these 4 movements you see printed on your program. But what's really unusual about this piece by Brahms is that it was really written by 2 different composers. And you can see the dates, 1854 and 1889. So 21-year-old Brahms wrote this piece, and then he put it down. He said, well, that was a good work. That was great. And then years later, at the age of 56, he picked it back up, and he said, he actually said, I need to take the wig off of that, the artificiality, and actually comb its hair and make it presentable. And he revised it in a great degree. And so this work is by 21-year-old Brahms and by 56-year-old Brahms, which is an interesting thing. It's also by 2 other Brahmses, because in 1854, the 21-year-old Brahms began the piece at his parents' house for Christmas in his hometown, happy as he could possibly be. And you'll hear this from the very beginning of the piece. The piece begins, in my mind, almost like a grateful, a chorus telling you at the end of the story how great everything had turned out. It's kind of unbelievable that he's able to begin this story at the very end with a, wasn't that a great story kind of feeling. And so the first 3 movements generally have this positive vibe to them, as he was such a happy composer at that time. And then he got word that his great friend Robert Schumann had a terrible health scare that was going to jeopardize him forever into the future. And he was so disconsolate from that the 4th movement takes an unbelievable turn. So you'll hear that in this piece, that the 4th movement goes to B minor and becomes incredibly severe. And it's interesting to think that, this is a human being composing a piece of music, so the person that began writing the piece isn't necessarily going to be the same person as the person who's completing the piece. We hope you'll enjoy it.
You are going to see Raman again because I've made a request. Tessa, who grew up in Kentucky, is equally versatile in bluegrass and in classical music. And so for an encore later, those two are going to play a bluegrass that we would encourage foot tapping, stomping. As the concert goes on, we're going to let her hair down more and more. So we just have a couple of, I would say, after-dinner mints, except that they're really precious, very, very special pieces for you. First, by Lily Boulanger, Nocturne simply means a night song, a night piece, and cortège is a procession, a processional. Tessa was just saying today, gosh, it seems maybe so lively and so full of energy, it almost feels beyond a procession to us.
But Lily Boulanger is, her sister was more famous, Nadia Boulanger, who lived into old age and taught almost every great composer in the 20th century you can think of, studied with Nadia Boulanger in Paris at some point. But Nadia's sister Lily was an unbelievable composer who, we always talk about Mozart dying young at 35 and Chopin at 39. Lily Boulanger died when she was 24 years old. And even by that time, she'd already composed 50 stunningly wonderful works of music. So we are really happy to have discovered this pair of gems, and we hope you'll enjoy it. You'll hear evocations of that French school of music, the Impressionist. The Nocturne is almost inappropriate for under 18-year-old listeners. It's the harmonies are terribly indecent, I think it's fair to say. And the cortege, even though it's such a short piece, you'll hear there's a contrasting middle section about 15 seconds into the piece. It's already the middle of the piece. And that middle section, it's clear that Lily Boulanger has been inspired by a Spanish sort of style of music making, just for that interior section, and then a return to this really happy processional. So we hope you'll enjoy it. What time is it? Plenty? We're good? All right. All right. So I didn't want to end the concert playing a solo, but the thing is, this piece, Summerland, you'll hear it, 4 minutes long. It's got to be dark outside. It's got to be dark because this is such a magical piece by William Grant Still. William Grant Still was born in 1895, a black American composer when black Americans were not encouraged and promoted within the classical music world. There were not a lot of people making life easy for him, and he became a veritable colossus in the music world. He wrote a lot of film scores, he wrote operas, symphonies. This Summerland that I'm going to play for you, it is a part of a three-piece set called Three Visions, and within these three visions, the movements are the Dark Horseman, the Summerland, and then the final movement, Radiant Pinnacle. Still was trying to put into music the sense, almost like a miniature version of the Divine Comedy, the sense of the spirit transcending after death. The first movement, the first piece in the set is sinister in a way, and then this Summerland it's like a dream of what the bliss could be. And it's funny, his last name is Still, because I can't get over the stillness that he creates in this piece. So I thought it had to be nighttime for this, and I think all of these various critters that are accompanying us are only going to make it better. I want to thank you all for turning out. It's so good of you to be here. Thank you. Here's to you. And if you see folks on that advisory committee, give them a big pat, a big hug. I can't tell you what the people on that page have been like in putting this together. I won't embarrass them any further, but they love this town, and we're building something. This is just the beginning. Anyone who wants to be a part of this, please be in touch. My email address is my name with a T in front, tandrewarmstrong@gmail.com. We're just about to build a website, newcananchambermusic.org. And if you'd like to donate to our future season, the rest of this season, New Canaan Public Access Incorporated. I think it's 1711, P.O. Box 1711, New Canaan, Connecticut, 06840. We'd like to make a lot of things available to everyone in the community. We'd like to have family concerts on weekends, fancy concerts at night, and we'd like to go into the schools. We'd really like to build up to where we can send our artists into prisons regionally and beyond to make special presentations, go into elder care communities, especially after this coronavirus year. I think getting in and making contact in a safe way, it would really mean the world, certainly to us musicians, and I think everyone in New Canaan would feel good about helping to make that happen. So without further ado, thank you. Here is William Grant Still's magical Summerland, and after I play that, I think I'll just take off because I'll be ready to drink, and Tessa and Raman will still have to work. It's not in the program, but they're going to give us an amazing encore. We'll see if they introduce it.
Wow, this has been amazing to play. I think for all of us, this is our very first time playing for a live crowd in the past 8 months. So thank you all for being here. Thank you. It makes a huge difference. We've been doing a lot of live streaming and videos and that sort of thing, and it's incredible to keep the music alive, but this is just such a balm and a beautiful reminder of why we do what we do with this music. So it's incredible to share this evening with you. This bodes very well for New Canaan. I'm so excited for you all. Yeah, my father actually grew up here, so this is very special to be here as well. So we're gonna send you away with a little ditty. This is where you can kick off your shoes and stomp and clap along. The most prolific composer, Anonymous, wrote this tune. It's called Bow and the Strings, and Raman has been so generous to just lay down the bass here with me. So it's really quick. It's way shorter than how much I just talked. Here we go.